Hello. We shall be beginning soon. This might be a little bit shorter, as I didn't sleep last night. I'm kind of tired. It's not like I wasn't trying to fall asleep. I just couldn't. It happens. Hey, hello, bestie. Nice. We doing something a little different today. I'm working on retexturing Vil of my Vil model. Because I was like, I don't like how it turned out. Yeah, we're working with 3D textures. Wow. The thing I studied in university, finally putting it to use again. Sort of. I actually figured out how to do texture painting on like Blender itself, so I kind of fixed up the textures on it, and then I'm just gonna actually like fix it here. Like, I don't really care too much if it looks a little weird. But like, yeah, that explains the hands, what's going on here, because I had to actually draw on it. But it's like, it won't look good. We love 3D textures. Indeed. 3D textures. They make your 3D models. I didn't really have an eventful weekend this weekend. But I did get a copy of Iruma-kun. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun, yesterday. So that was nice. It was hard to debate whether or not I wanted one volume or two, or if I wanted to pick up Twisted Wonderland again, but I don't know. As we speak, speaking of Vil, let's talk about Twist Dorm uniforms specifically, what I thought of them at first. I think I did this before, but more detailed. Ooh, first impressions. I can't remember most of my first impressions. That was like, what, over 5 years ago at this point? I think my first impression for most of it was just, hey, I recognize that. I recognize this art style. Is that Yara Toboso? Is that Black Butler? I recognize that attention to clothing detail anywhere. And again, my first impression was Kaleem and Jamil, so that was kind of funny. And I say this as a person who wore uniforms to school my entire life and still do. Kim. Give us your opinion, bestie. rope is. Ish. Hello, welcome. Shaved fluffy cat belly. What a funny name. How you doing? I be working on a texture I made for a 3D model. How you doing? Arts Labial. What the heck is that? So many colors. And that little glittery texture, it's giving jello. I don't know. Hearts Labial always gave me like idol boy vibes for some reason. Like their dorm uniform had that like it looks like a uniform you'd see on like a performance group. It's like very costumey. Which I think is kind of funny because I don't think the other characters look that costumey in their uniforms. It's funny. To me specifically, I guess. Yeah, it was like one of those things where it's like, I recognize this art style. I'm curious now, what is this? Twisted Wonderland, what's that? It looks fine if you ignore all the patterns, textures. It might be comfortable, but looking at Riddle before, he'd probably critique you over rules on uniforms or whatever. It's not something you wear every day, okay? Yeah, theirs looks the most like costumey. Also, have you ever seen the exhibit where they had like they made replicas of the dorm uniforms? And they're way more detailed than they actually look like how they're actually drawn. Because Riddle's dorm uniform, it has like this. I don't remember what that pattern is called. I want to say Damascus. Like it has like a Damascus pattern on it, but it doesn't show up in most of the illustrations because it's something that's like subtle. So the artwork doesn't just doesn't show it. It's just a white fabric or whatever, like a somewhat shiny looking white fabric. But like, no, it's actually like a very specific kind of material. It has like a little pattern on it. I think there's some fan arts kind of showing that detail off with the Riddle's uniform. They even made the Savannah Claw dorm uniforms with the little tail zippers, too. Just like for added realism to this exhibit. And the dorm leader uniform, house warden uniform, don't even get me started on that. You have a long cape that trails to the ground. I think that's called like a petticoat, I don't know. And heeled boots. Riddle is a stickler for tradition. Riddle doesn't have to wear that, but he does anyway. He wears the heels because it's tradition. Like, I'm going to take the more traditional uniform approach, even though I really do not have to. I find that kind of funny. And the crown. Okay, we get it. You're the leader, bro. I'm not talking about Riddle. I'm talking specifically about the uniforms. Yeah, that too. Like, Hartzell looks very costumey. And I don't hate it, though. I guess also the Scarabia uniforms kind of do too, but they look more like the streetwear you see in, like, if you searched up street fashion or something. Like, they kind of look semi-practical. I think Savannah Claw probably has the most, like, yeah, I could see somebody just wearing that casually. Kind of looking dorm uniform out of, like, all the others. Like, funny enough, it looks the most, like, normal, practical, you could wear that outside kind of a look. I mean, it's still very stylized and highly fashionable, but it looks the most like I could see somebody wearing that. Octagonale is too fancy. But not fancy in like a show kind of performance way. This is the legs. I don't think I can actually test if this pattern works on the model live, because that might just make my laptop explode. But I'm gonna try and hope for the best afterwards that this works. I'm also trying to remember how I did Ida's, like, lighting and stuff, because I still want it to look kind of similar. But Ida and Vil aren't really wearing the same kind of materials as each other, so that's also kind of a thing. Because, like, Vil's stuff isn't very shiny, but, Ida's was. Ida's outfit's, like, very shiny. This works. Savannah Claw in hot weather, because it's a Savannah such as that. Very, very practical, very casual, comfy looking. And we see students able to customize it. Maybe jewelry might be a hassle, but it's okay. Dorm leader uniform is literally just the same thing, just more jewelry. And I don't know what else to say. No, Leona has, like, chaps or something. Like, he got something over his pants. He got them cowboy, looking chaps. Or something. Because, yeah, it's just the same thing, but he has this extra piece added to it. Like, I like it. Yeah, but it's still not much difference. Yeah. I think for the most part, the dorm leader uniforms technically aren't supposed to be that much of a difference. It's just that Riddle specifically is going for the traditional dorm leader outfit. Not the new dorm leader outfit, which probably doesn't look the same as what he's wearing. Like realistically, the modern dorm leader uniform for Hearts Labille probably just has like a bigger jacket. Like same kind of like vest combo going on, but the jacket would have probably been a replacement for having to walk around with a giant cape. Next, since I forgot, Order of Dwarves Pomfiore. It's fine. Not even the game complies with the dorm order whenever it feels like it. Yeah, I did rip Ville's pattern from his live 2D. I don't really want to mess with it though because this is like the insides of the robe anyway. So it's like the lighting's not going to be like the same. And I just don't feel like messing with it that much because you're not really supposed to see it. This is the side. I think I can kind of add a little bit of light here, even though the sleeves kind of block it. One word, layers. It looks okay, but it looks like a hassle to put on with the rope belt thing and layers and looks heavy. I hope there is a different summer uniform because if it's not, because that is not it. I don't know how hot Pomfiore is, but I hope it's not too much. Well, their dorm uniforms are like special anyway. They're kind of magical and or appropriate for their temperatures. Cause actually I don't think it has any effect. Like the weather has no real effect on the uniforms because during like chapter 6 they talk about like how they ended up switching into their dorm uniforms because it has like magical protection, and Rook also mentioned that too. And they were going into someplace cold too, so that means that the Savannah Claw dorm uniform can still work to keep you warm even though your arms are exposed. Which is kind of funny because there was like a whole event about how the air conditioning system in Twisted Wonderland runs on magic stones, and when that thing was gone, everything went out of whack. So that's kind of interesting to learn, I guess. Also again with the heels. Ah yes, the heels. I believe Vil can run in heels. I wouldn't even question it. He looks like a professional. I'm gonna mess with the hand later on the actual model, but I think so far, I think I probably fixed it up a little bit better. Although I want to fix this. I don't like how this looks. I didn't like how that was looking. Again, you look at uniforms itself, not magic aspect, but at first glance, I didn't know how the magic worked. This is me recounting my first impressions. And again, dorm leader uniform, again, heels and the long floor-length trailing robe. It looks nice, but genuinely just trip over those 6-inch heels and I see what I mean by hazard. It looks even heavier. Yeah. It do look like that, though. But again, Vil makes it work. I think we can stop with the texture work here for now because I have to actually test it on the model, and that'll make my computer explode if I try to do that right now. Like, I'm already lagging. So we can save that for, like, later. You know, we can save that for later. I don't want my computer to explode. But I will also, on Thursday, we're gonna do Floyd's fashion presentation. Yeah. Yeah, because I actually have to go in Blender right now to actually see if it's looking better. Aw. Bye, bestie. Actually, I think I'm gonna end it too, because I did mention I barely slept last night. And that this was gonna probably be kind of short because I'm tired. I wanted to go to sleep, but I just couldn't fall asleep at a normal hour. So I need to fix that. Bestie! Oh no, one bestie leaves and the other comes in. No! Don't worry, I can still yap for a bit, but after this, I'm taking a nap. We're gonna end bestie. Yeah. I was working on fixing Vil's texture for the 3D model because I wanted to just put the actual Pomfiore logo on it, and then I just fixed it and I learned how to paint the textures directly on the model. My laptop acting up. Oh no! Not you too, bestie! Yeah, but basically I need to test this on the model and I can't do that right now because my laptop, it'll explode if I try to do that right now. Also, I kind of just took parts of his live 2D model for the pattern inside the robe because I didn't feel like drawing it. Yeah, that's also what I did with Ida. Oh no! Yeah, my laptop sometimes did that too. Where it would just kind of shut off because it ended up like auto-updating, and I'm just like, stop doing that. I don't want to auto-update. I don't want to speed my laptop's destruction. Also, I made a rose princess. Oh, that's cute. That's very adorable. Also, I need to work on making Vill's, like the bottom half of Vill's robe for this 3D model as like its own texture because I did not have enough space. Originally, I put all of the body stuff on this one thing, on this one image, and it wasn't really looking as nice as I wanted it to because of the effect I was trying to get. So it's like I need to make it a separate image to get that robe detail I want. Oh boy. I hope you have backups on your computer. I have an extra hard drive, like a separate hard drive, so that way if this laptop crashes eventually, at least most of my stuff is going to be up to, like, I'll still have most of my files. Because if I ever get another commission again, it's gonna suck if it ends up getting deleted into oblivion because my laptop decided it was done living. It's taken a while. I got it. Hey! But yeah, I would definitely consider probably getting a hard drive. Just in case your laptop decides to go kaput and you can't replace it in time. Although it's funny, my other laptop, I mean, my other laptop is kind of modded, but it still works, and that thing has a broken screen. And I only ever use it to play Genshin Impact sometimes. And that's about it. And it works surprisingly better than this laptop. And it's older than this laptop that I use. Cause I did the thing where you make it run Windows, but it's a MacBook. And I did it only to play Genshin on that laptop specifically. It still works. I don't really play much of Genshin now, but that laptop still works. I've been trying to mod Stardew Valley on it because I suck at fishing. If you've ever seen me play Stardew Valley, I kind of suck at the fishing minigame. So I tried to find a mod that makes it easier to do fishing, and I haven't been getting it to work. I still don't know how to properly mod it. But that's about it. Also, again, Thursday we're gonna be doing a Floyd fashion presentation similar to the one I did for Vil, where I just kind of go over every outfit he's ever had and kind of dissecting the style, his styling, his fashion sense. Although I do need to do a little bit extra research from like stuff that he actually mentions in game and stuff like that. Because there's a blog that I like to frequent every now and again for like translations, and they do other kind of things where they compile stuff about like the characters' favorite foods or the characters' taste in fashion, and it's kind of just like a compilation post of everything they've ever said. Of everything the character's ever said, kind of like giving you like an idea of, hey, this character likes this stuff, this character doesn't like this stuff. And I kind of need to find Floyd's bits, because I know he has a passion for shoes. I remember that. He likes collecting shoes. I mainly remember that because it's part of Ortho's athletic gear story, where Ortho's looking at a bunch of like shoe magazines or something, and Floyd's kind of just hanging around there like, hey, what you doing? Floyd and Jade are kind of like wondering, what are you doing? And then Ortho's kind of just like lamenting like, I wish I had sneakers. I wish I could run. I don't want to float all the time. I want to run. And then Jade and Floyd are like threatening Ida with like, you better give this boy some cool sneakers. Give the robot his shoes. But yeah. That's about it for today, sadly, because I didn't sleep. I need a nap. I need a nap. Although, Wednesday, I probably will do like a regular about an hour kind of stream. Oh, Mercury! Awkward timing. I guess I came too late. Yeah, kind of, because I was just working on fixing this a little bit. I just did a bunch of minor editing to the 3D model I was working on. Also, I barely slept last night, so I'm kind of tired, and I kind of want to end early anyway. But, I hope you come by tomorrow when I'm actually, like, not half tired and actually have something more thought out planned. Yeah. Enjoy your day, Mercury. Thanks for stopping by, even if it was very brief. I'm gonna take a nap.